Hey everyone, welcome back to another new video. In this video I'm gonna play against 2200 rated player on a chess.com bot, which is Nora. And the thing is that I'm gonna play one of the good and the great gambit, I would say, for 1000 rated players. It is the King's Gambit. Since one of my videos on a YouTube channel got over 18,000 views, I decided to make this video. Not only this, but I'm planning to do the speedrun by using this opening, so most of my viewers can play this opening and learn my thought process as a FIDE master, so they can start crushing their opponents with this aggressive opening with the white. And by the way, I'm trying to plan the speedrun starting from new account from 1000 rating till 1500. And for now, I'm just gonna play right now this game with the Nora. Yes, she's at 2200, but anyways, the most important thing that you need to get from this video, the ideas and the strategies that I am using with a wide perspective by playing the King's Gambit. Let's get started. I push the pawn e4, she goes for e5, and we have the King's Gambit on the board. Let's see how she plays. Okay, she's giving queen h4 check. One of the not common moves, but I will not say it's a rare move that your opponent might play in the King's Gambit. Another move that usually people go would be it's whether d6 or e takes f4, which is really common. But this is also another interesting move that your opponent can play, queen h4 check, which goes for King's Gambit declined. So the only way that I can block this check right now would be by playing g3. So I'm making this move. All right. She's a little bit clever girl because I'm seeing she's not going back where it was, but she's playing queen e7, and there's a very nice threat that coming up. She wants to take my pawn, and then after that, taking my e4 pawn. So for that reason here, what I'm gonna to play, I'm just gonna defend my pawn by playing knight c3. All right, she captured my pawn, and the idea is actually very clear. I can't take, unfortunately, the pawn because she's queen can come to h4 and check me, and I have a problem with my king safety. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, play this move, d4. And the reason why I'm playing this move, guys, in the King's Gambit, you have tried to be aggressive, and you have not to be afraid sacrificing the pawn. Because pawn usually is like something when you're playing some sort of aggressive openings that you should not care about the pawns, and usually we're gonna sacrifice the pawn for quick development or sometimes to start the attack quicker than our opponent. And that's why I sacrificed this pawn, and you might see I got much faster development than my opponent. Okay, she's playing d6, and right now it's clear that my kingside got a little bit weakened, you can say like that. And that's why I'm not gonna castle here on the kingside part. But what we're gonna do would be trying to castle on the queenside, but still attacking our opponent. I really want to go here knight d5, but this doesn't work since my pawn on e4 is hanging. So that's why I'll just pay attention to the development of my another piece by playing bishop g5. Okay, and she's responding with the f6. I already kind of like my position here, since after she played f6, she's just making her development later, and it's taking too much time for her. So I think I'm gonna go just right now for bishop e3, the safe square. At least I created this move. Okay, and she's going for d5. Yes, pretty interesting move, an interesting idea at the same time, because I cannot take the pawn since my bishop is hanging. But I'm not sure if she calculated the knight d5 move. Let's see, here some calculation should be happened. So I take the pawn, she takes the pawn as well, and I go for check. She goes there, I take the rook, she takes my bishop. Interesting, yeah, it feels like he is getting the bishop and I'm getting the rook, but now my knight would be a little bit trapped there. Do I have just some sort of simple option I can stop it? Well, here I'm seeing a little bit interesting move, but just realized it doesn't work. I was just playing maybe rook h4, because it's just looking good, because if she's take, I'm gonna take, and this is just wow, right? But the problem is that with this my move right now, she's playing g5, so maybe I'm gonna try to defend it in a better way. How about just we push the pawn, sacrificing here our another pawn. Okay, she played queen e6, which is right. I think she got afraid perhaps if she takes my pawn here, I'm gonna take her pawn and the knight coming on d5, and perhaps she afraid from that. Okay, now everything is fine. I think we're just gonna focus on the rest of our development. Or I'm seeing there's another interesting move that kind of makes his queen disturb. Knight b5 threatening the pawn on c7. Let's try that. Let's try that. It just looks good to play this move, and you see like he moved backwards with his queen. So does that mean I'm winning the tempo? It sounds like this, right? Everything's fine. So now everything is fine and I won the tempo. I'm just keep focusing on my development by playing queen d2. Okay, the opponent doesn't really want to have our knight there, so we just go move backwards. And look guys, the same scenario, but I'm just being ahead in development. I'm just being ahead in development. Okay, this is just a dream position like any 1000 rated 1100 can have. And what we are having right now, that one thing that guys, you need to not to say that your position is good or bad based on who has something extra. Like for example, you can't be like, oh, you know, black is extra pawn, but that doesn't mean like black is better. Like you can put this current position in your board and turn on the engine and it just says white is better. So okay, black played bishop g4 and I'm very happy with my development. And yeah, this move is happening with the tempo, attacking my knight. So what I'm gonna play perhaps from this perspective or that perspective. If I develop from this perspective, like both looks fine, defends the knight, but there is kind of pin and it will take my knight not to move since it's pinned. Let me just try bishop e2 because I'm seeing there could be sort of discarded attacks that helps me to win the two pair of bishops. Okay, she castled. Yeah, she's understanding. She also needs to make a development. And I will go for this sacrifice. Knight g5, yeah, discard attack. And I'm happy to get the bishop for the knight. Okay, queen d7 move being played. The idea is clear. Like, if I take, he wants to take. But I think she missed it. Like, I'm gonna just take it. She gonna take it. Isn't just that fork? Yes, I think that's just fork, and that's the main power of the King's Gambit. Sometimes you will play this gambit and your opponent will try not to miss your threats, but anyways, at some point, he gonna get crushed. And that's why always try to keep looking for your opportunities, guys. So yeah, I'm just gonna take it. She has to take it, that's only option. And I'm gonna go for knight f7 fork, and I'm going to win the material here. Okay, she's capturing the pawn like this way. And I have to decide right now, should I go for this one and this one? Well, both of them looks good, but if I take this one, like she can take with the king, so it kind of be like, or with the knight, it kind of be like I'm getting the rook, but giving up my knight. So do I really want that? Not really, so let me go for just extra rook. Okay, she's taking the pawn and I'm totally fine. Yeah, we are some pawns down right now, but our position is clearly winning. Okay, I understand she's playing queen f5 not to let my knight go, but I'm just gonna play rook f1 to get the knight into the freedom. Okay, queen g4. Yeah, I'm seeing like right now she's trying to make some sort of move just to hold the position, but unfortunately it's already losing. Perhaps we're gonna just make some moves till she resigns, and I'm not sure if she resigns. Okay, I attacked her rook, and she couldn't take my bishop since it was under attack. Okay, now I can go perhaps some sort of like to save my bishop, right? It's under attack. Let me try. Let me actually just try this rook h4. I like this one. Like, attacking and defending at the same time. Okay, she captured my pawn. I'll just go now bishop to f2, defending my rook and attacking. Okay, like I don't know why she's been keep using her queen every time, but it's totally fine. Rook e1. Okay, she captured and we captured as well. And the one thing she's been doing wrong, actually, when you're down the material, you have to avoid from trades. But it looks like she's just fine with that, and that's why she's keep playing. Okay, here my idea is again simple. Trying to be like as simple as possible. Perhaps trading the queens is one of the best decisions here white can do to remove all the counter attacks of black. Or I'm seeing here very nice tactic. I actually wanted to go here queen e8, but you know, there is a knight that it's not letting me. And since I'm understanding the knight is only defender of e8 square that stops the checkmate, why not to go for this move, right guys? Because she cannot take, and I'm going for this. And looks like I blundered. I'm not sure I'm blundered because I'm seeing there's a good move that I can go for. It's a queen e6 check, defends the knight, and rook h8. Yeah, I think, let me see what she gonna play based on that. Yeah, I would say this is a moment we can just stop the game here because white is absolutely winning. And the overall what we get from this game was just pretty simple. She played queen h4 variation and I played g3. And as you might see, guys, what happened in this game, even though it should be like we should have focused on the king's gambit, but there is some variation in the king's gambit that it's not always you're gonna go for the king side. But the idea remains the same. We went for attack, but by castling long. And another thing why King's Gambit is good, as I already mentioned before, quick development. And one more thing besides quick development we did here, once we have a development, you don't have to wait, you know, to like maximize all your pieces. You have to start the attack as soon as possible. And that's a main strategy that you should never forget. And that's basically we played here knight g5, we started the attack immediately, and after that, literally, her structure and everything got collapsed. Thank you guys for watching for this video, and just stay tuned for the upcoming videos because now I'm really decided to do and to create the videos each day to make my subscribers engaged and to learn a lot of things from the FIDE master. Thank you guys for watching.